Hello everyone, it's Sean, and this is the 10th anniversary to the exact day of me being on YouTube. And when I started my first channel, it wasn't called Sean's Model Builds, it was called SL97AQ. Any of you who followed the channel over the past few years will have remembered that it was called that until mid-July of 2021. And I'm going to show you on my phone what it looked like at the very beginning. Of course, I turned the volume down on the phone so you don't hear feedback. But we'll take a look at the videos here, like at the very first one. It's only 16 seconds long, and I'm just going to type in the welcome chat message. Welcome to the 10th anniversary live stream of my first YouTube channel. There. And at the time, until mid-July of 2021, it was my only channel. It takes a bit of time to go all the way back through. Here we go. So you can see the first channel here, the Pro Football Hall of Fame video. And I'm going to press pause before I play it. Go to the more details, and you can see November 9th, 2012 was the day it was created. Of course, I've renamed it since then, so there wasn't much I didn't speak much during the video itself, but you can see it here. It's the under construction Pro Football Hall of Fame miniature football field, I guess, for the fans, so they can pretend they're a famous football star or something. And that's how my channel started all those years ago. You can see here how I started producing college band videos, and I visited South Fork Ranch, and I eventually, once I got into 5 years ago, 2017, I finally got into building models, as you can see from the Enterprise model right there. Now, mid-21 is when I got in the idea to separate the channel out and create a separate channel based on my various interests, because, I already had the model building interest. So you can see here, this is a magazine I picked up at the model building contest, which I attended in Mirabel, Quebec, which is just north of Montreal. Here's the flyer of the contest itself. But also last year, when I noticed Motu Origins appear on the store shelves, that's when I started collecting them. And of course, this year, He-Man and Motu himself have turned 40 years old, as you can see right here. And earlier this year, I finally got the idea to create a travel channel called Sean's Travels, in which I started posting videos of the places I've been, like Santa Monica and Glacier National Park, specifically Logan's Pass and the Alberta Rockies. Montana. And of course, Teddy Roosevelt National Park, which I visited on my way to a course. Now, I'll show you the Sean's Toy Room, my other channel, and then you'll be able to see how I've switched everything here around based on what channel it's part of. Okay, so you can see Sean's Toy Room here. That's my toy theme channel. Wow, it gives me a shadow when I put that, but you can see it there. And you can see how way back when, let me see what the very first video on this one was. Oh yeah, see? My Motu collection, Vintage and Origins. Wasn't much there to start with. It got better later on. And of course, there is Sean's Travels, which is my new channel as of this summer. Give me a moment here, and I will pull up that one. There, you can see it there. And now you'll notice those college band videos there. It's true. I realized that some of the subject matter on my very first channel would fit on the travel channel as well. And then I would be able to have a distinct channel for each one of my 3 distinct interests. Then I figured while I'm here, might as well show you what I got at the model building contest. Unfortunately, I didn't get a prize, but it was still fun nonetheless. I'll show you some pictures of the contest, but I also picked up, well, magazines. The Star Trek magazine, you remember this from the turn of the millennium. So according to the spine, issue number 2, and then of course I have number 3, and number 8, and number, let's see here, this one is number 15. And then the final one I have with Tasha Yar on the cover is number 16. You can see that here. So those are the magazines I got. Most of them are in good shape. And of course, I got also, I won one raffle kit at the, I won one model kit in the raffle. You can see that one here. Might as well take the raffle number off now. Carefully, don't want to damage the box. It is a Mang kit. Mangmodel.com for 14 and over. Cement and paint not included, and it specifically says that's not a toy. So it's from the Wandering Earth. All right, let's see if I can... 1 minute here. I'm going to use a scissors and open it carefully so as not to damage anything. Actually, I got to go get that that kitchen knife. I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay, I'm back again. Open up the kit and we'll just see what we're looking at inside, because I never had a Mang kit before. It was before it was only ever polar lights or AMT. I do have a Tamiya space shuttle kit in the other room. All right, let's see. So we've got a flyer. So if you have the instructions. Oh yeah, the instructions. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to open this up and we'll see. Kind of a live unboxing. Rather unexpected, but when I realized I'd picked up some model kits from the contest, I said, well, I might as well unbox them live on the air. Okay, so here we go. So you can see what the figure looks like. And it shows the different sprue tree parts in color, almost like the Bandai kit would. And there you go, exactly how you put the figure together and everything. That's great. Okay, so that's that. That's on top. That's perfect. We'll move on to the, let's see, the ski figure set. Yes, that is the one that someone won the raffle. Actually, gave it to me. That was nice of them. They figured I could use it for the Herbie, perhaps. Another cart. Oh, careful! It goes in winter. All right, there we go. So let's see what we have here. And to the one viewer who was there briefly. Welcome to the chat. Okay, I got to cut this again. Here we go. There. So while I'm working on opening it, you'll probably wonder what made me decide to start posting videos to YouTube in the first place a decade ago. Well, I realized I had some of the travel footage, and I discovered Windows Movie Maker so I could actually edit the video. So I thought it'd be a good idea to start posting on YouTube and see if anyone watched. And I had no idea how to promote channels in that time. In fact, I don't think I was even on posting anything on Facebook. I hadn't joined any groups or anything. But when my Texas Longhorns band video got about, well, within 6 months, it got 1,500 views, and I didn't know how to tell anyone about it at the time. I figured there was something good about the whole YouTube thing. And I realized I didn't post that much in the first few years, at least not until 2018 when I started building the models. But then I realized, oh, people are watching. They like it. So I posted pretty irregularly until I got back in the summer of 21. And that's when I started researching YouTube and analytics and everything and said, okay, well, I'll just start trying to post. I'll post a few videos, get the ball rolling, and then I can change the name to Sean's Model Builds, and then I can post once a week. So that will be fun. And start posting build videos because I've been watching them on YouTube already. Okay, let's take a look at the schedule. I got the box open. You know, there doesn't appear to be much here that really tells you about putting the figure together, which is very strange. Look. I mean, it does tell you what part to put where, but it doesn't tell you which one goes first. That's kind of strange. It looks like almost like it'd have to be glued together or something. Hobby Hasegawa model kits. Okay. We got the ski poles anyway. That's good. And the skis themselves. So that should be quite interesting. All right. So that's that. And then I'll show you the vintage model kits I got. But while we're here in the toy room, I can show you some of the toys I have. You probably saw it on an earlier video, but you know, I have the Mega Construct sets. This is the Land Shark set. And there is, now, you notice the difference, the slight difference in the script between the Wind Raider set and the Land Shark set. See how the script for Masters of the Universe is slightly different. That's because this one is slightly older. It's like when Mega Constructs first started. And then you have the new ones I bought on my way back from PowerCon. You have the, let's see, She-Ra versus Hordak and Monstroid. Battle Cat himself, so he's 10 Plus Pro. You can see that here. He has about 537 pieces. And then the big one that I bought last summer was the Panther at Point Dread. You can see that there. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to the models. If anyone who's watching has a question about something they see behind me or something they want to talk about, just put it in the chat itself and we'll start the conversation. I'll probably aim for about 1 hour. So I'll probably end at 8. But this is the next kit I bought at the convention. I got it for about $45. It was the Vulcan Shuttle. And if you look at the side, this side, you can actually see 1979. It actually has a Matchbox logo on it, strange enough. I have a Matchbox kit for some of my Hot Wheels. And you can see the instructions here. Lists the sprue tree parts and the base. It shows all how to assemble everything. Some parts you don't cement together. You can see that on the back here. Okay, because it's detachable. It's supposed to be detachable. And the rainbow stickers are still intact. after 43 years. Pristine, and it still has the rub down sticker transfers. You can see the film a bit around them, so that should work just fine. Oh, it's Surac. I didn't know that. And then, of course, you have the bags of parts here. Won't take them out right now, but you can see how white they are, how pristine they are compared to how they were on the motion picture Enterprise kit. So obviously this one, at least as far as yellowing of the parts, has been kept in a much better condition, which is a great thing for me because that means I have a well-preserved kit to build. And then, of course, I bought at the Hobby Center in Ottawa, I bought the Star Trek 6 kit Undiscovered Country. That is the Chancellor Gorton Cruiser. You can see the instructions here. They're quite detailed, especially when you get to the painting application. I'll have to look for a masking set on that or hope that a bunch of the parts are engraved so I can mask them off manually. The good thing is, it tells you all the colors you can use. And the other part here is the assembly stage, which you can see there. And of course, on the front, you can tell it's the Star Trek 6 kit. It says AMT Ertl, and it has a brief history of the kit and everything. So, and the setting. And here are the decals. Not many, but there is a few for the stand. I mean, if the 1980s, and you see 1991 on there. But if the 1986 Miami Vice car worked great, then this should as well. All right, so that is that, and that's the last of the items I bought at the contest. But I did purchase other things. Just give me a minute to put these back in the other room. I'll be right back. See you in a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry about that. I also, at the, there's a place in Montreal, there's an antique shop at the Point Claire Plaza, where I always go looking for my 1980s childhood Hot Wheels. I can recognize them by the wheel pattern. So let's see which one this is. It is called Bubble Gunner. Let me get the price tag off and I might be able to tell which one it is. Ooh, careful now. Bubble Gunner, correct. Okay. Almost like bubble gum, but not quite. And let's see which one this one is. Oh, got to get the price tag off the bottom first. Here we go. You can see this one here. Ah, fastback wheels. I recognize them. This is called the Wind Splitter. Okay. And the third one, gotta take the price tag off again. Looks like a 1930s car or something. Let's see if I'm correct. 40 Ford. Okay, I was close. There you are. You can still see some of the emblem, including the hood emblem, the flame emblem on the hood. So that's quite something. I put those over there. You've already seen the 40th anniversary He-Man. Oh, here we go. Went to a Toys R Us in Ottawa, and I found another retro Chewbacca. This one with the purple trunk. I have the one with the yellow trunk, so there's still the blue, the orange, the red, and the green out there. I have seen them, just haven't bought them yet. And let's see what else. I showed you mostly everything already that I have in my toy room. You saw that on the toy channel, and you've seen the travel. I know what I can do. I think my laptop has enough charge by now. I can take you out to what I call the travel fridge and show you all the fridge magnets in chronological order. So give me 1 minute and I'll be right out there. We'll take this out to the dining room. And I'm going to draw the curtains, and everything should work just fine. So give me 1 moment. Turn on the light. Draw the curtains. Okay, there we are. So now to show you the travel fridge. There. All right. Oh, make sure you're almost fully charged anyway. That's great. Here we go. You can see the travel fridge in the distance there. I'm going to put these 3 fridge magnets back into place, and then I can show you everything in approximately chronological order. All right, here we go. So, I first visited West Virginia in April of 11. First visited the U.S. Capitol in July of 11, right? You see these stickers here. August of 11, I went to Las Vegas and Los Angeles, particularly Santa Monica. And yes, it was about sunset when I left. July of 12, I stayed at Peaks of Otter Lodge on the Blue Ridge Parkway and visited Shenandoah National Park. Went to Mount Mitchell State Park, which is the highest peak in the eastern half of the continent. Got a tour of Cowboy Stadium. That was, I believe it was New Year's Eve of 2013. Went to Fort Henry in that year as well as got my first tour of the U.S. Capitol. And then I moved out west, and I went to Glacier National Park in June of 14. I also went to Jasper and Banff in January of 2014 and took the Banff gondola all the way to the top. And when I went in August of 14 back to Glacier National Park, when the road was open all the way, I got to Logan's Pass. You went around to Hidden Lake Overlook, and that is the video where you saw the mountain goats. And of course, you have a few from Edmonton and the West Edmonton Mall and everything. Yes, that big ship actually is in there. And then in 2015, on my way to Las Vegas, I went to Moab, Utah. I went to see Arches National Park. I got to Monument Valley, and the visitor center was closed, so I had to settle for views from their restaurant terrace. It's the same trip where I went back to Las Vegas. I went on Route 66 for the first time on my way from Las Vegas to Los Angeles. Of course, I ended there. I went to San Francisco and walked across the Golden Gate Bridge. It was February 3rd, my birthday, when I went hiking up Mount Shasta. I followed some of the ski trails until I got to a secondary summit. And about a year later, February of 16, on my way to a course back in Ontario, I went to Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse Memorial, toured Notre Dame Stadium, and on my way back from course, I went through Nashville, Tennessee, and the Iowa 80, the world's largest truck stop, and toured the visitor center of Razorback Stadium. Now, I toured Ohio Stadium in August of 2016. And then about 10 months later, in June of 17, I went to Yellowstone National Park and got a good video of Old Faithful rising for the first time. I had to kind of sit under the shadow of a pine tree there so that I could see the phone screen in the sun. I'd forgotten to bring my digital camera. And I went to Las Vegas for the Star Trek convention in August of 2017 and went up the big sky wheel, I believe. And then I went to a football game, I believe it was the Peach Bowl for New Year's Day of 2018, and I went to see the New River Gorge and got pictures. I came back by way of Memphis, Tennessee and Graceland to visit Elvis's mansion. Then, of course, you've seen the fridge magnet of Teddy Roosevelt National Park. That was June of 2018 on my way to another course. And once I got posted close to Montreal, I actually went up Olympic Stadium and its tower. And in December, Christmas break of 2018, I went to New York City. I visited the Intrepid Air and Space Museum, toured a tiny bit of the southern end of Central Park, went up the Empire State Building, went to Times Square and got my picture taken, and I went up and ate at a restaurant at the very top of the Freedom Tower and saw some nice pictures of New York at night. And of course, that same visit a couple days later, I toured the U.S. Capitol again and sat in on a Senate and House hearing. And I visited the Jefferson Memorial, which I'd never seen before, and Tujima, the Marine Corps Memorial. In June of 19, I went to Ausable Chasm in New York State, which was just south of Montreal, and I also went up to the top of Whiteface Mountain, which you can see here, its elevation. And of course, that's left over from when I deployed to Latvia. But what I'm hoping to do in this coming March is take a cross-country trip and go to the other national parks that I wasn't able to see in Utah. Does that say? Yeah, Badlands National Park. I thought that was South Dakota, but there might be one in Utah as well. There's Bryce Canyon, Zion. That's quite a beautiful look. Capitol Reef, and of course, Monument Valley. I'd like to get onto the floor of Monument Valley in that case. So that is all for the travel fridge. You can see here my entire inbox collection of Star Wars figures, which will eventually be opened and put out on the shelves. Of course, I have to wait until my Motu Origins figures are opened up to do that successfully. And you can see how I got myself a new model shelf here for my very first models that I built from scratch. The 1000 scale Polar Lights Enterprise and the 1000 scale Enterprise refit. And it's being guarded by 3 Robocops. And of course, I have the Space Shuttle Enterprise thermos and lunchbox set. So back in we go to the other room. And we'll continue. So it's about 7:30 now. Oh, wow, that's dark. One moment. So you've pretty well seen the toy room by now. You can see the view around the walls of the toy room here. And there's some posters that just weren't in good enough shape to put up. But there's the Visionary figures. Oh, 2 of them fell over, see? Have to put them up later. Let's see here. 1, come on. Stay upright. 1, good. And the other one. There you go. Now they're upright. There you go. Now you can see my posters. Got the Rogue One poster, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This is my main one of 2 Masters of the Universe shelves. There's the Masters of the Universe Origin shelf here with some of the 40th anniversary figures. And of course my Star Trek Next Generation poster, which I've had for over, 30 years now. And I've never opened before. My childhood Masters of the Universe lunchbox and everything. I'll take you into the model room briefly, but can't really set you down because you'll see the model workbench is filled with a kit in progress, but it's a secret kit. Don't want to give it away yet because my mom said she was going to check out my YouTube channel and don't want to give away what kit it is. But you can see the 3 starships I brought to the model contest, the Discovery line, the 1400 scale Enterprise D, all the model kits I have here, including the second one I ever worked on, the first one I ever worked on, which was the autographed Enterprise, and of course the Enterprise B, the 2500 scale series, and my in progress with landing legs 1000 scale USS Voyager. You can see the landing legs there. Haven't put, oh, I did put some decals on it. Just a moment. You can see some of those escape pod decals here. Oh, wait a minute. 1 second. 1 minute. Okay, setting this down briefly. I worked on the model kit while I was, just 1 minute here. There you go. You can see the decals there. See? The escape pods. And you can see some docking hatch detail underneath the fantail there. So it's coming together. Oh, the red horseshoes around the phaser bands. The transporter emitters. And it does sit level on its landing legs. And you can see all the model kit shelves here. Star Trek mostly. So now I have... Oh, well, just give me a minute now. Wondered where to put the Vulcan shuttle. I know where to put it. Right up there, right opposite the motion picture Enterprise. Give me 1 second here. All right, Vulcan shuttle. Let me turn this for a minute. Trying to think of something here. I want to see if the Star Trek 6 model kit will fit on top of the Discovery Enterprise or if it's too thin. 1 minute here. No, that won't fit. And it is too thick to fit on the Vulcan shuttle, so I'm going to have to either reorganize the shelves or start putting something on the floor here just for now until I can figure out a place to put it. And of course you can see the other shelf, which is mainly the planes on the top shelf because they fly above everything else. The 100 scale, 100-year-old Titanic Centennial model cars, the Rambo combat chopper, the refit Enterprises, and other Star Trek and fictional kits, Star Wars and everything. And of course, on the bottom, the space shuttle model kits. And you've already seen a lot of that. And you've seen my closet of hanging Hot Wheels, which I'm working on the toy channel right now. So we'll go back into the other room and talk about something else. Oh, wait a minute. There is something I haven't shown anyone yet on any channel, and I really should have. It is... Let's make sure I know what drawer it's in. Oh, not that one. Next one. Here we go. Here we go. My original with dust jacket collection that I'm starting to make of the Hardy Boys books. As you can see here, some of them have dust jackets, some of them don't. I put them in order based on what was in this book. You know, I always go for the later book and take a look at the order. This is my collection from the mid-90s of the Hardy Boys case files. And of course, those aren't my only Hardy Boys books. I will bring you out and show you the other collection that I have in the cabinet in the living room. Give me 1 minute here. Turn on another light so you can see. All right, here we go. You can see the blue series of Hardy Boys books. I have them. Some with a glossy flashlight cover. That's from the late 80s. Some original from the 60s and so forth. There are 2 rows back there, and they go all the way back to the number 56. I don't have 57 or the other ones yet, 58, but I will keep looking. That's why I keep going back to the antique shop, and I figured, well, if I can't find 57 and 58 in the blue books, maybe I can find some of the original Hardy Boys books, and that will work just fine as well. And you can see my DVD collection here. The Avengers movies, the extended and special edition first 10 Star Trek movies. The Star Wars DVDs are behind. You can see that. And then, of course, I've got my Blu-ray collection because I finally got my Blu-ray working. And I picked it up on October 28th, the 2-pack on Blu-ray, Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. Even though it wasn't officially released until the 28th. Well, actually, Halloween Day. But I got a copy. Here it was at Walmart and just bought it and off we went. And you can see the original figures, the original Star Wars figures I have here. The 4 DeLoreans that I bought to the model contest. My vintage He-Man figures. Orko does work with his pull tab. Second row of vintage He-Man. Oop, careful. That's why most of them have stands. Antenna almost fell over, but he has flat enough feet to stand, even if he's a bit pigeon-toed. The model cars I've built based on year or version. So a 74 Herbie, 82 Herbie, that's 32 scale. Car from Knight Rider. Miami Vice, Daytona Spider. 97 Herbie from the Bruce Campbell movie, and 2001 Paul's Eclipse from Fast and Furious. And of course, the few Motu Origins figures I've opened. He-Man and Skeletor facing off against their mounts with some comics behind. And of course, my autographed by Elijah Wood Lord of the Rings Extended Edition DVD set. And the thing that really started my He-Man collecting a decade ago, when they released Masters of the Universe, all 3 series on DVD for its 30th anniversary. And of course, now it turned 40, and you have seen that. And of course, I have a collection of Star Trek books. They're all in this box, chronologically. And of course, the last series that was released for Star Wars before they rebooted everything with the Force Awakens was the Fate of the Jedi series that took place after, after the Jason Solo turning evil set. So I've got all of them. And of course, I'm also a fan of Dragon Ball Z, so there I have my photo of Goku. All right, so we'll go back to the toy room now, turn out the dining room light, and we'll go back there to finish up this live stream. Oh, and also, if I can be very careful here, 1 minute, my collectible plates, which you can see behind me. 1 second. So you can see the original series and Next Generation, but what I really want to show you, it's not just the Air Force plate, which you can see here, but there is also bring it close so I don't have to move the plate, the Star Trek 50-year collector plate, which I actually bought in 2017 at a store in the West Edmonton Mall. And I have its box here. Don't worry, the box is dusty, but the plate won't be. So that's pretty good. I gotta do a bit of dusting. But at least I've got the plates in a nice, safe place. They don't get damaged by the heat of the stove because I use the far burner. But That's also something to think about displaying. Perhaps on the DVD credenza, when there's no more toys, I can start displaying some more of the collectible plates on there. Okay, back into the toy room we go. Best place to sit down. All right, there we are. So let's see, you've seen the magazines. Oh, I guess I could show you some of the Facebook groups I've joined in the last few months, of course. That might help. One second here. Yeah. I have joined the Masters of the Universe Origins fan group. You can see that there. And what I do with the Dropbox is I put all my pictures on Dropbox. They get automatically uploaded from the phone, including, when I got the original Enterprise autographed by William Shatner that was 2019 Montreal Comic-Con. I got it arranged there. Bought the ticket and he autographed it and everything. But you can see how I have each build listed by month. Well, not by month and year, except for the photos, but I do have them listed by number. And right now I am up to model number 37. There you go. See? The 1000 scale USS Voyager. And then, of course, I have all the photos. Even before there were smartphones, I took photos with a camera phone and emailed them to myself. You can see that there. And then I started with all the photos, including places I'd been. I took digital camera photos. Let's see if I can find an interesting one. Ah, there you go. Crossing the Blue Ridge Mountains, for instance. And eventually all these photos and videos I took throughout the 2010s will be put onto the Travel Channel, but I'm trying to sort them out by topic right now. I did all the college band footage first. That spanned from 2012 to 2017. Then I thought, okay, well, we'll start with the wildlife videos. Why not? I have some mountain goats at... Where were the mountain goats again? Wasn't Badlands National Park, was it? No, it was Glacier National Park at Logan's Pass. That's right. And then you had the bison a few years later at Teddy Roosevelt National Park. So when I post the next wildlife video, it'll be after I do a bit of research throughout my 2010 photos and videos and find out where the next one is. So I probably won't be posting that video for another week or so yet. Have to give me some time to find out where the thing is. I have to plan that channel kind of in advance. But the good thing is I already have all the footage already filmed. All I have to do is organize it and post it in good sequence. But what I do film, and I might as well give you a preview of what I'm going to produce for this week, since I already showed you the Hot Wheels. So give me 1 minute here and I'll start getting it out, actually. All right, here. I'm ready. So what I am going to do for this week's, I guess it'll be Saturday morning's toy channel on Sean's Toy Room, is I will be doing the Hot Wheels videos. The next set of carded Hot Wheels is the Disney Hot Wheels. When Hot Wheels turned... here we go. Here it is. When Hot Wheels turned 50 and they came out with the Disney Hot Wheels. You can see that here. But of course they released a set a year later, so of course I collected them as well. And also you have the... Let's see what next. I do about 2 or 3 hangers per video of carded Hot Wheels. So then you have the Larry Wood 50-year Hot Wheels from 2019. You can see that here. And then you get into the last hanger in the toy room closet of carded Hot Wheels, which is the random set. So there's some Back to the Future, there's the Treasure Hunt car, there's a couple random ones from Jurassic World and Star Trek. So that will be Friday's video. And I guess the good thing to do on the channel to celebrate 10 years is to go through each channel just briefly enough to show you the different playlists that exist on them. So give me 1 second here. We'll start with Sean's Travels because it's the shortest channel. I mean, smallest. All right, so playlist. Wildlife. Of course, I'm going to have to add to that with the goat video, obviously. And you have road trips. You can see these two. So I'm going to have to take the mountain goat out of the road trips and put it into the wildlife video. There is also 2013 July, where I got some pictures of the Independence Day Parade. You can see that there. And let's see what else I got. Oh, wow. The Alamo Bowl. 6 videos from the Alamo Bowl. You can see them all here. So they're all grouped together in roughly chronological order. And the final playlist, well, it's also college band videos. You can see that there. So that's all Queen's University, Ohio State, the 50th Peach Bowl. And the final one is channel videos, which is basically the trailer and the introduction video. You can see that there. So that is Sean's Travels. And I will show you next. Oh, thank you for liking the live stream. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'll show you the toy channel because it has quite a few more playlists. Oh, and thanks for joining the chat. I see you. Thanks a lot for watching. All right, so I'll show you Sean's toy channel now and the different playlists that are on it. You can see how I put in the Masters of the Universe banner. You can see how the featured video is my trailer. And if you take a look at the playlist, you will see that I already have the 3 videos for the carded Hot Wheels playlist. And what is next? Constructs phone carrier. That's something I made so that I didn't have to have that suction cup windshield mount, because when I had one, it kept falling off. And the phone vibrated during the video. You'll see that when I do the 2014... Well, you already saw that on Sean's Travels when I did the 2013 Badlands National Park dashboard video. You saw that there. But you can see the 4 videos I did on the Constructs phone carrier. Building it, testing it, refining it, taking it to the waterfront park and everything. All right, let's see what else. Toy channel videos. Okay, so it's basically my 2 of the trailers. Yeah, there's a live stream I did, and then there's the trailer. Okay, what is next? What is next? Toy line spotlight videos. When I moved to this new apartment February of 22, and I set up my toy room, which, since you joined the chat, I'm going to give you the kind of panorama of the toy room. The Motu shelf, I set up the Motu shelves. I set up these Star Wars and Visionary figure shelves. I slowly collected some G.I. Joe figures, put my Hot Wheels down here, and then you shifted over to the random figures like the Super 7 reaction figures, that's G.I. Joe, and a few of the classified series. Yes, I got a figure from Justice Curry. That was the hooded 25th anniversary Cobra Commander. And of course, I bought my Air Raiders shelf at a flea market, and it fits them all perfectly. These are all my childhood Air Raiders, which you can see here. The Command Outpost, Thunder Hammer, Dragon Wind, Twin Lightning, which still all fire its missiles, and of course the Battle Dashers and the comics. I replaced my original, Batman figure from 1989 with my He-Man lunchbox. The Playmates Star Trek Next Generation action figures, which haven't held their value that much, and that's why you can still get them for $7 or $10 each. And of course, some from Voyager and the Episode 1 Star Wars figures down there. And of course, I have a lot more carded Hot Wheels in a shelf in the back corner. Well, sorry, not carded, open, loose Hot Wheels. And I'll get to them bit by bit in future videos because I still have a whole other closet in the other room of carded Hot Wheels to get through. And that will take a bit of time, but you can see the playlist for Toyline Spotlight here. So I started with Motu Origins, I moved on to Motu Vintage, and Hot Wheels, Air Raiders, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Star Trek, and Visionaries. I had to splice the Visionaries one together from separate bits, but it worked. Let's see what else I have here. Toy haul videos, yes, I saw some people on YouTube do those, so I decided to put it in myself and join that. So PowerCon Toy Haul Part 1 and Part 2. What is the next playlist? Is there anything else? Oh, Toy Room Tour, here we go. I did a couple of Motu Origins unboxing videos. You can see those here. I'll do more later after I'm probably done the Hot Wheels. Oh, did you see a T800 endoskeleton figure on your shelf? Yes, you did. I'm going to give you a good close-up view. Just give me a minute here. Better to bring the figure to you. Here we go. So there is the T800 endoskeleton figure. But I also have a blackened one, which is quite similar to the Rev 9 from Terminator Dark Fate. Oh, let's see if I can get a better angle here. There you go, see? And, of course, the loose Lord Dread figure that I had from Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future in my childhood. And I don't know if I showed you the 3 RoboCop figures that I have out in the living room, but give me 1 minute, I'll go and get them. And the carded one, too. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. So you have RoboCop with his visor and his gun, damaged from the attack from Ed 209. You have him without any damage on the chest plate, and he doesn't have his helmet. And then you have him with missing his chest plate, and you see all the interior components that you never actually see. And then you have the 15 Plus by Haya RoboCop figure produced in 2020. You can see him here. Now he looks a bit blockier and not as blue, if you'll notice, and maybe not even as tall as the other one, see? And you can see the scene of him here walking past Ed 209, which he managed to damage. All right, so that's those ones. And let's see what else. So the toy channel, I've basically shown you all the playlists on there. Oh, well, not quite. As I set up the toy room from, oh, what did you say? Nice, you love RoboCop. Well, thanks for getting them. Well, you're welcome. I have the 3 movies. You might have seen that in my DVD collection. I also have RoboCop the series. I'm going to expand the DVD collection video because I showed the VHS shelf that's in my model room, but I realized I didn't get into the DVD collection because I have over 1,000 of them. Well, probably closer to 2,000 if you count the individual discs now. But I have the RoboCop movies. I have the new one. I have the filmed in the mid-90s TV series. It was filmed in Canada. You can see some shots of the CN Tower because it was actually mostly filmed in Toronto. And even one disc of RoboCop Prime Directives. That was the Canadian TV movie that was filmed at the turn of the millennium. The one where RoboCop is about 10 years old and you have RoboCable. And do I own the Prime Directives movies? Yes, one of them. I think it is, could be Dark Justice or Crash and Burn. I think it's the third of the 4. When Sunrise Records hadn't gone national yet, we had the HMV stores in Canada. And they could order from their catalog, their big warehouse in the States, some rare movie titles and everything. So I got the Disney movie, The Black Hole, with Vincent and the Palomino and the Cygnus. I ordered, what else did I get that was relatively rare? Oh, yes, the TV miniseries 10.5 with Beau Bridges, who played the U.S. president, and Fred Ward, who played, I think he was the head of FEMA. Yeah. Fred Ward has recently passed away. But you can see here as I set up the toy room, as it evolved. So I went through that series one by one. Let's see, what else do I have here? I'm keeping an eye on the chat. Oh, my childhood toy collections. You can see the Air Raiders command base here. So I did Air Raiders, I did Constructs, and of course I added in the Hot Wheels Service Center. Ooh, it just reached 550 views. That's quite good. Oh, speaking of RoboCop, give me 1 minute and I will get the model kit of his RoboCruiser that I have. Be right back. Yeah, there we go. Got it. There is the RoboCruiser from AMT Ertl. Copyright date 2003. You can see the picture of RoboCop on the cover, standing with the cruiser. So I'd have my pick of figures to display beside the built car. And if I can find the body, see, there's the car's body, so you'd have to spray it the proper color and everything. And you can see the very detailed. Oh, can't wait to see you build it. Thank you. Happy anniversary, by the way. Thank you very much. 10 years, I knew it was coming from about a month away, and I realized in 2017 I never actually did a 5-year anniversary video. So I figured, well, you only cross 1 decade once. Who knows if YouTube, we hope, will be around 10 years from now, but you might as well do that. And then I had done a 1-year anniversary live stream for Sean's Toy Room. I think that was August or July. Maybe I hadn't done a live stream yet, but I did a 5-year anniversary live stream for Sean's Model Build, which is what this channel's called. Good. And when Sean's Travels turns 1 year, I'll of course do one for that. So try and do it for special occasions, not to... well, you can see this is my habit. If I don't organize my build by coloring out which stage of the build and identifying the colors and everything. So there you go. Got all the steps of the build and everything. That's probably one I'm going to try to build after Voyager. Yeah, that's quite good. Well, it's good that they have you put the body and everything together before you put stuff on top of it. Well, not quite. Oh, yeah, before you put stuff on top of it. Brilliant. Excellent. Okay. So that's good there. So let's see. We're up to an hour now. That's good. You see, the conversation keeps me going when I'm about to say, oh, goodbye. No, not yet. Don't be not so fast on that. That's good. So maybe we'll see how it ends up going. All right. Oh. There we go. The Terminator, the Rev 9 Terminator, he kind of fell over, so he has to be set upright again. He's just kind of sitting there because it was easier for them to balance on the shelf if they're just sitting down. I tried to put them with their knees out, but it didn't quite work. All right, there we go. So that's let's see, the toy room, toy line spotlight. Yes, I did all that. Toy room tour. Oh, Motu Mega Constructs. Here we go. The unboxing videos of them, I put them in the model cars in the first one. And then I unboxed a few more and actually started building them. Yeah. Let's see. Vintage and Origins Motu collection. You can see them here in chronological order. And 40th birthday He-Man. Yes, I did that about 3 weeks ago because I finally got a vintage He-Man and a vintage Battle Cat. Don't mind that. That was my Facebook notification popping up. RC car videos. I did quite a few of them. RC car in the park. RC car going down the slide. RC car in the dark. At the waterfront. Accidentally fell in, but I did repairs and tests, so it came back. And its battery lasted long enough to do the RC car going up the slide video before it finally quit for good. I might save up my money in the future and buy a more robust RC car. One of the ones that do tricks and everything. All right, so that is Sean's. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, I'm getting used to the time change. Sean's Model Builds. That's the main channel. That's the one this one's called. Yeah, you can see the first thing that pops up on my channel is me live streaming. It's a few minutes, maybe 30 seconds delayed or something. You can see that right there. Yeah, there's a picture of me showing the screen. Okay, but on the channel, you can see the playlists right here, right there. So I have, model number 36, the 1000 scale Defiant build. You can see that there. And I did that in about 6 parts. Well, 7 if you count the unboxing video. And of course I have, college band videos, because of course those were my first 3 when the channel was brand new. When I had briefly merged the model building channel with the toy channel, I put some of them on there and I kept them in their separate playlists. But then that gave me videos to just port over to the toy channel when I separated it again. Because I figured if I have a separate room for the toy collection and a separate room for the model building collection, keep them on separate channels. And since all the fridge magnets are out, well, on the fridge, in a third room, third channel for the traveling. So it seemed to work quite well. Let's see. I also did the 97 Herbie. Excuse me again. Sorry. You can see that here. See? And you can see how it looked. Oh, see, I keep getting ads. Try to show you the video and I get the ads. But you can see how Herbie looked when he was finished. You can see that there, and I tried to pose it exactly identical to the box itself. And of course, all the models go back in time. Ah, there we go. See, remember how I was talking about the DVD collection? I haven't done a video on that yet because it's so extensive. But I did do the VHS collection. You can see that here. And I called the playlist my physical media collections. It seemed appropriate. Don't have Netflix. Don't really stream anything online. I prefer to. It's a much more portable, because I have a portable DVD player for my laptop here. I also have a portable Blu-ray player. So when I bought the Top Gun Maverick and Top Gun Blu-ray 2-pack, I found that on October 28th. It wasn't officially available until Halloween, but somehow, before they even set up the display in Walmart, a copy made it out onto the shelves. It was in a random bin filled with Halloween movies, and there it was. So I picked it up. As far as I could tell, it was the only copy at the Walmart. So I said I wasn't going to pass up that opportunity to see it on home video early. And of course, you can see some of the earlier videos I did, like the 1400 scale. Sorry. Enterprise D. Let's see. Oh, Model Room 2021, when I did a tour of that. The Model Room 2022, because just like with my toy room on the Toy Channel, I showed the evolution of the toy room over the course of several months. I did the same thing with my model building room, because I didn't have a lot of time to build any models while I was setting up the space, so I figured I'd film as it evolved, from a bare room with just a table to the shelving units I bought and the final arrangement of everything. Let's see what else. Oh, when I didn't post regularly, and I maybe posted one video per vehicle, I created a playlist for the completed models in a given calendar year. Of course, I'm going to have to do video part 1 of the Star Destroyer now that I think about it. 2021, the completed models. Well, I only completed 4 in that year, and they were kind of all built at the same time. Basically, the Discovery line, plus a million scale Super Star Destroyer, the Executor. But I didn't call it the Executor. Because I'd accidentally chopped a bit off the bridge tower, so it was much lower in profile, I actually called it the Colorado, after a Star Destroyer from my Star Wars graphic novel series that I was working on in the 90s. And still working on today, bit by bit. Now, I realize, belatedly, that I could perhaps, on the Travel Channel, because I drove to them, just realized this moment actually, I can put the conventions in here. Oh, what does it say? Do you collect any 4K movies? You know, I think I have one. 1 second. I thought I had a 4K movie, but I don't. It's just a Blu-ray movie. But yes, you'd love to see the DVD Blu-ray collection. That's great. Now, I have a whole TV. Well, show you briefly since you asked. That's what this is for, to tour all the collections I have. Just going to turn on a couple lights so you can actually see better. 1 minute, one more light. The dining room light, I think, will capture good view. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Give me 1 minute to move the table, and I will show you the TV series cabinet. Kind of a preview of what to expect. So, The people who came for the live stream, well, they get to see things. Here we go. See? What I did is I labeled all the DVDs alphabetically. So, you know, the 100, all 7 seasons. Home Improvement, all 8. The Good Doctor. Sorry, I keep yawning. Sorry. I'm not boring myself. I'm just tired. West Wing. All of Babylon 5, including, I guess, the 2 sequel movies. There's some young Sheldon. Now, if you look behind the West Wing, Boston Legal. Actually, you know how I collect autographs? Season 2, right? Season 2? Season 2, here we go. Look. William Shatner's autograph is Denny Crane on Season 2 of Boston Legal. You can actually read his signature. That's great. That was the same convention where I got George Takei's autograph on my Excelsior. All right, so that's the West Wing. That's the Good Doctor, all four seasons. There's probably more by now. Let's see what's behind here. Oh, The Big Bang Theory. Ballers, the Rock Football Agent series. The original Dallas. Oh, remember that Lord Dredd figure? Well, there's Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. The original Dallas, the original Dynasty. 1 episode of the reboot. Dragon Ball Z, I have all 9 seasons on the original orange, plus the first 13 movies. That remember? Showed you the RoboCop figure. Well, there's the RoboCop series, filmed in Toronto. Let's see what is behind Dallas. There's Dragon Ball Super. That's good. All right, 1 second here. Gotta put everything back in place carefully. You can watch JR get grayer over as the seasons evolve. Superman and Lois Season 2, Frasier, Friday Night Lights, Hercules. Also got Xena, Monk, all of Murder, She Wrote, now that Angela Lansbury has recently passed away. Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, all 4 seasons of Knight Rider. Let's see what's behind Monk. Smallville. Yes, each year that the Smallville DVDs came out, I got each season of them. Let's see if there's anything else to chat to. Nice autograph. I'm getting a chance to meet him in March at an upcoming Wrath of Khan screening. Well, that's great. I have met him more than once, actually. But I'll show you the autograph on my original series Enterprise. And now that there's not a lot of stuff in the way, you can see that autograph right there, see? And here is the, from when he came to Montreal Comic-Con. And let's see, where is that photo, huh? 1 second. I think I have a photo. Framed photo. Yeah, here we go. There we go. There you are. Framed photo of me and William Shatner taken at 2017 Las Vegas Star Trek convention. So hopefully you can get a photo with him too. That'd be great. Or get him to autograph the photo that you get taken with him. That would be neat. All right, so let's... Oh, wow. Scared myself. Sorry. Okay, so where were we? We were in the TV series cabinet. So after all that was all the Star Trek series. Enterprise, original series, remastered. Next Gen, DS9. Voyager's back here somewhere. I found my Blu-ray player for my laptop, so I can now watch X-Files complete series on Blu-ray. So that is basically the completed TV series DVD shelf. And then, of course, I found the 3-pack of Designated Survivor with Kiefer Sutherland. But this is my mostly alphabetical now movie DVD collection. So the Insidious movies, Jaws, It, Harry Potter, Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, Hobbs and Shaw, all the Fast and Furious movies. Let's see. A-Team, some WWE, The 6th Day with Arnold. Long search for that. There's those 10.5 movies I spoke of. So it's all alphabetical. And these are the movies I haven't watched yet. They're roughly alphabetical, but I'm going to get to them. And so it'll be quite a thing to go through that. I probably have to arrange it by letter, actually. Yeah, okay. So let's see. I'm going to go back into the other room. Laptop's almost out of charge, but I can plug it in again. That's no problem. Let me set it up on the table and we'll plug it in. Where is the laptop's plug? Let me go get it. Be right back. There we go. I'm back. Plugging in the laptop now so we don't run out of power mid live stream. That would be embarrassing. Especially on the anniversary just of this. You don't get a chance for a do-over on an anniversary live stream, that's for sure. All right. Plugging it in. Now, there we go. Good. So you hear that beep? That meant it's plugged in and it's working. Oh, thanks a lot, Rick, for the comment on the collection. That took about, well, technically I started collecting DVDs when they first came into common use. My very first one, Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, because it was the first one I didn't also release on VHS, so I had to get the DVD. So that's what I did. I still have it, by the way. I still have that DVD. All right. And I have a VHS tape collection of the original Star Wars trilogy that I got for my 13th birthday in 1991. And in my VHS collection, which you can... Is it on here? Yes, it is. On this video, on Sean's Model Builds, in the physical media collection playlist, you can see right there in the thumbnail some of the original VHS collections I have. Oh, wow. So what year did you buy your first DVD? I first bought mine in 2006. Yeah, my 2002 or 2003. Well, that's good. Yeah, this is my longest model series playlist. The USS Excelsior from the Star Trek 50 Years kit. I didn't know that when you looked at it on mobile, it gave you a matching background color for the playlist. That's pretty neat. Yeah, it spanned a total of 25 parts, but at part 24, you can see the close-up of the autographed Excelsior by George Takei. Yeah, there's quite a lot of playlists. Like when I started putting model build series on the channel, I would say, okay, it's model number such and such. And I'd label it accordingly on the playlist. You can see, here we go. The nucleus of my travel channel, the travel videos before it was separated out by topic in the channel. So fight songs, the Enterprise, filming model, as you can see there, everything like that. Let's see what else I've got in here. Oh, yes. Sorry, I didn't want to yawn on camera again. Decal unboxing videos. So whenever I order aftermarket decal sets, I unbox them, I go through them, and point out the differences, because when they had the old Jack's Hacks Creations in the summer of 2021, they had darker set, then they came out with a lighter set. So I compared both of them. And of course, when they had the old 350 scale refit, well, I guess it's a few years old now, they introduced new decals in 2021. And I picked up those new decals at the Hobby Center in Montreal. And there you go, you've pretty well reached the end of the playlists. And you can see the About section of Sean's model builds here, with links to the other two channels. Let's see what the About section of Sean's Travels looks like. My channel, there we go. There you go. There's the About section of my other channel, Sean's Travels, and you can see a few links there to how it got its start, which is coincidentally how this channel got its start about 10 years ago when I started posting college band videos. And Sean's Toy Room, right. 70 subscribers so far, so thanks very much for that. This channel has 345, so that's good. And I just got my first 3 subscribers on Sean's Travels, probably because of the wildlife videos. Yeah, there you go. See? There's the About section of Sean's Toy Room. Now, July 19th, 2021. So when it got to, so that's good. It tells you the exact anniversary. So let's take a look at Sean's Travels and see what its anniversary is. That way I know when to post a 1-year anniversary live stream on that one. About section. It's great. It has a good timestamp. July 10th, 2022. So almost a year after I created Sean's Toy Room, I created the travel channel. And I managed to link to the other 2 channels right there. Now remember, I first joined YouTube 2006. But I didn't post a video until 6 years later, 2012. That's why I picked today for 10 years on YouTube, short for 10 years posting on YouTube. So I bet if we look at the About section, yeah, see, there you go. November 4th, 2006. But I didn't post anything, so I used the posting date. Of course, when I created the other 2 channels, Sean's Toy Room, Sean's Travels, I, of course, posted right when I created the channel, because I knew something about creating channels at that point. Yeah, that's about it. That's about all I really have for the channel now. Oh, of course, I also also collect Funko Pops. That's how I found the name of the horse. The vintage horse with black markings and dull gold armor. Night Stalker, I believe. And of course, I have the rest. I'll actually be able to see it. Let me unplug the laptop briefly and move you over there. One moment. There you go. You can see some of the Funko Pop collection in the closet here. In fact, there's only one that goes up to a double level, only 3 of them. They're about 3 or 4 deep. So I only have about 30 or maybe 50 of them. So not too many. Yeah, this closet door is a bit wonky. Don't mind that. There we go. There you go. Okay, good. All right. Let me plug it back in here. There you go. There you go. Plug back in. All right. So I can put my RoboCop figure back where he was in front of my... Oh, there we go. Right on top of the metal G.I. Joe lunchbox. And you saw the magazines at the beginning of the live stream. You saw... Oh, here we go. You saw the flyer from the actual model contest, along with the categories. And of course, these were the papers we had to fill out to put under a model on the table at the contest itself. So I'm just kind of bringing the live stream full circle. I started with the model contest stuff, and I'm going to show you pictures. Pictures from the contest. Yeah, Mirabelle Model Contest. Here we go. That's a preview of Friday's video, by the way. Oh, and thanks. I see a second person joined the chat. Thank you very much. Don't worry, I activated full video replay, so after this is done, you'll be able to see the live chat and everything. There is the model contest screen. That's what I attended 4 days ago. And let's see, a good picture of the display area, a nice wide shot, is that. See, there you go. There's the wide shot of the display area. All the model kits they had for sale. I bought a couple of them. Some of the dioramas, etc. So that's a bit of a preview. Figures. Planes. Star Wars. Ships. An actual memoriam table set up with the deceased builders' models. Sci-fi. You can see my 2 Star Trek models in the middle of the display there. I was the only one that brought the Star Trek models, by the way. And all the cars. You can see my 2 of my 4 DeLoreans in there. So basically, that's all from the model contest. And it's getting close to 8:30, so that's pretty well the end of the live stream, the anniversary live stream for this 10 years, 1 decade on YouTube. Hope it gave you a good comprehensive overview of my 3 channels. And some teaser hints of what future videos will be about, whether it's unboxing the Motu toys, whether it's unboxing a model kit that I'm going to build, or whether it is a tour of my DVD and Blu-ray collection. You know, that gives me an idea. Since the Blu-ray collection is the smallest, and it's really only contained on one section of one shelf. Oh, good. Thank you very much. Yeah, the show was fun. I've already got all the footage in chronological order, the pictures and the brief video sections. What I'll probably do is I'll narrate over the pictures. So I'll have to separate the recording in little chunks and then just piece it all together. I did that with the Bison video, which you can see on Sean's Travels. Yeah, I'll put it together on Friday or Thursday, tomorrow night, and I'll post it on Friday. I usually try to post around 6 or 7 on the p.m. on Friday for Sean's model builds. On Sean's Toy Room, I try to post on the Saturday morning, and Sean's travels doesn't exactly have a regular schedule yet. But thanks for coming out for the chat and joining the chat and everything. And that's all for this anniversary live stream. And see y'all later, and hope you're having a good midweek. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you very much for the good work. Thank you very much for the compliment. Bye-bye, Rick. Have a good night.